Hey folks, welcome back. This is End All Be All here. We are in week 2 of 5v5. Today we're facing the Greek, who is from the guild Scruffy Looking Nerf Herders. Not that great lifetime banners, so it is a bit of a mismatch, I would say, um, and tends to go lighter on defense with 230 defensive holds. He's got an ultimate ray. He's got a ray, but only gear 8, I believe. Not very well developed. Yeah, only a gear 8. All the Zetas on her, but only gear 8. But no Jedi Knight Luke and no SLKR. So it's a relatively easier matchup that we have today. The Greek, my opponent has already gone and struggled a little on my defense. Not able to clear my Ray. Kept my heroes with L3 and Zalwa, two pre-taunting tanks over there. And tried 3 attempts against my gas, which I think apart from the GLs is the next best team to keep on defense in 5v5. So 3 attempts over there, not able to get through that. Did clear my top zone. A little bit of struggle against GG Newt, which I'm increasingly finding to me my new favorite team on defense. I think Newt really throws a lot of counter to General Grievous in a loop with just being there. So all the other teams got one shot. A little bit of struggle on GG Newt. No problem at all on my Kenobi that I kept on defense. Usually I keep Malevolence, but today I just decided to keep Kenobi. And at the back over here, behind the Ray, I just kept some sisters and the Po team, just a B resistance squad. My opponent was actually pretty upset that I kept a heavy defense. I mean, this is the defense that I usually keep. You guys know my style. I usually tend to go heavy. But he was pretty upset that I kept a heavy defense. And maybe, I don't know, he was expecting a lighter defense or something. But anyway, I just wish people don't get emotional about a video game. But, that's just the way it is. So he's kept his own Ray on defense with a similar squad to what I had kept. Obviously, it's not going to be much of a problem given that it's only a G8 Ray. The health is only 40k and 7k protection. So all the good stuff with the lead will still be there, damage, immunity, and all that. But I think we should have enough to take that down. Kept a couple of weak rebel squads, so I'm definitely eyeing my Wampa to take care of one of them. Got a Scarth squad and got Geo squad, no relic on spy. So I think we should be okay to get rid of this team pretty easily. Let's actually take care of the Geo squad with Treya. I think these 3 should be enough, but let me just get another Sith in there just for good measure. Because it's not going to be a banner match anyway. I'm going to win pretty comfortably as long as I clear everything. So not really bothered about banners, just want to make sure I one-shot everything. Alright, let's pass this over to Nihilus and have him reduce everyone's cooldowns. Treya is being targeted, but let's keep going after. Let's go after Soldier. Let's dispel Spy Stealth. And now that we have pain on everyone, shouldn't be much of an issue. Let's dispel the that from Spy. And let's just get rid of Spy. Because his brood alpha is G7, R7, which makes him really, really tanky. Look at that, R7. But the rest of his Geos are not relict at all. I think he probably might have developed the brood for the GL counter in Arena, which is why there's such a high relic difference between his brood alpha and the rest of his Geos. Let's get rid of Poggle and then Soldier, and then we should be fine. Yeah, so Savage really didn't do anything much at all, but I just like to taken some extra insurance over there. So we do have some space to experiment. So what I'm thinking of doing is maybe trying some interesting teams out. Usually Mon Mothma I keep on defense, but I wanted to at least showcase Mon Mothma on offense for once, just to show you guys how that team, especially with the Zeta Pow, how many turns it actually takes. So I think this Karth team might be a good chance for me to try that. And I'm going to take in, let's see, my Mon Mothma team is going to be this one. I like Jin also in there because she's fast. And she can get the turn meter trail rolling really fast. She's at about 286 speed. But, Cara Dune is good as a fifth over there. We've got, you can use Cassian, who applies tons of debuffs, has tons of turn meter generation himself, and applies healing immunity, which is pretty rare for a rebel. And got tons of other rebel fighters that you can use like that. All the rest of these guys have tons of turn meter generation power, obviously, with a Zeta. Hoth Rebel Scout on his basic has a chance to give a turn meter. Biston gains Frenzy. So these guys, they end up going a lot. And just wanted to show you guys how that works. So what I do first is I'll transfer the turn meter over to let's see, Mon Mothma, so that she can call the rebel fighter, the rebel trooper. And this rebel trooper, he dispels on his basic, which is what is extremely important. And here you can see Pow is almost constantly going and always applying always getting that cooldown reduced on his ability. Let's actually just get rid of this guy. And let's go after Candrass next. Look at the amount of turn meter. We are not even letting this team take a turn. Except for the retribution. Alright, that one is taken care of. Let's take care of Zalbar last. He will get stacking defense, but I think that's fine. We should be able to chew through him fast enough. Got a couple of guys over here who have big hits. Okay, let's give offense up to everyone. Yeah, there he goes. I think Biston is one guy who actually does some pretty big hits as well. So it'll take a little while to get through Zalbar, but these guys will ultimately get the job done, especially once he takes a turn. His stacking defense will probably go down. And what I'm going to do is just going to put it on auto. So they'll take tons of turns, but once Zalbar takes a turn, then his defense will reset, his stacking defense. And more importantly, look at the number of dots that these guys apply, 20 dots. So the moment he takes a turn, he's going to end up dying in any case because there's just tons of dots on him. So that's one advantage of having Biston in there. Apart from the Frenzy, he applies tons of dots on his basic. So pretty low investment, low gear team, apart from the couple of Zetas that you need to invest. But you don't really have to gear these guys up. They will give you a pretty reliable 60 banners without letting the enemy even take a turn. That's how it's supposed to work on defense at least. So we've got a couple of interesting teams out here. We've got Nightsisters and we've got Grievous squad, pretty well relic Grievous squad. And then out here we have the Ray that we need to take out. So let's take care of the Ray first, these couple of other teams, and then we'll take care of the Grievous down south. Okay, so against the Ray, I think I'm just going to take in the usual counter, Darth Vader with Grand Admiral Thrawn. I don't think I'll need Watt, so I'm just going to take in Basti and Shore and Probe Droid. I think this should get the job done. Let's see. She's going to do that. Let's go into Merciless mode. and start spreading some debuffs around. Let's target this guy first. I'm just going to get rid of Ray, prevent any problems. And let's do this. Let's do another turn here. Let's clear all that stuff. And I am going to just go ahead and fracture this guy. He's the most problematic. And then put a fear on him. And then let's just get rid of Chewbacca. Okay, so he's got damage immunity. That's fine. Let's land a shock over there. Another merciless. Okay, so both these guys have gone into damage immunity mode. So we'll just have to wait for them to come out. Okay, let's just give this back to Vader. Stun him. Now we have to wait for this guy to come out of damage immunity mode. Just stun him and fear him. Alright, let's just take care of him. Okay, so simple enough. Ray, which is not relict, is really no danger at all. So no surprise over there. Let's take care of the next best team, which is going to be the Grievous squad. And I think I'm going to use... let's see, what do I want to use for Grievous? Maybe I'll use my Jedi Knight Luke. I think this guy should be able to get the job done. I have Shakti in there, Obi-Wan. And then Ezra, and maybe instead of Ezra I used Yoda. And Hermit Yoda. Yeah. I think this one should be good enough for Grievous. So let's do this first. And stun everyone. Excellent. Let's do that and spread some buffs around. Let's give this to Luke. And let's reduce some turn meter. Excellent. Now we get rid of this guy. Let's just call Yoda to assist and finish him off. Ooh, look at that. The counters took care of Grievous, no problem at all. All right, let's just take care of the last guy, and then I think we should be good. Okay, so that was easy enough. Luke is a hard counter to many teams, so no surprise out there. Even though it was a pretty heavily relict Grievous squad, it's no problem at all. All right, against the Nightsisters, I think I'm just going to use my Padme team. Yeah, Padme is not going to be a problem here at all. We don't have Spirit over here. Got a weak Acolyte. So we may even be able to undersize it. Let's see whether we can collect. Yes, we've collected the High Council feat. Undersize, we have one left. Okay, so let's go ahead and undersize the Padme one. Let's see, who do we want to take over here? I think just these guys should be more than enough. Okay, they're all going to go first. Let's get some protection up. Well, that's not going to matter. None of the plague will stick. Let's do that, and let's just go after them one by one. So that's one death. And let's do this and get the second death. And now we just need to just take care of killing them one by one. Let's get rid of Daka. She's the only one who can revive. Let's do that. Let's take care of Talzin. Spirit is the main damage dealer, so without Spirit, it's really not much of an issue. Okay, let's get some healing up. Now we'll just need to wait for a big AoE from Annie, and that should take care of both of them. Okay, so undersized victory done over there. Let's go ahead and collect our feats so we can go for the next batch of undersized feats. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, where do you have the feats? All right, yeah, because as we get to the later weeks, it's going to get more and more difficult to get the undersized feats. So I want to get as many of them done as soon as possible, whenever I get a chance. Oh, I also have this old guard, which is Basti, Jarana Treven, Jolie, Bindo, and Juhani. I think I can use them against one of the squads up top. Retribution. I don't know if I'll be able to get the Retribution one done. But let's see, who do I want to take that against? I want to use Wampa against one of these teams, and I want to use the Jolie, the old guard against the other one. So let's see. Maybe I'll just use old guard over here. Yeah, against these guys probably, against Jin lead. So let's go Jedi. And I think I can undersize it. These guys should be more than enough to take care of them. I think the Revan has got more than enough offense. Let's just go after Cassian. He's the relict one. And let's take care of him. And then let's finish off Jin since she can revive. Okay, and I think this should be 61 banners. There we go. Okay, and we managed to get that feat as well as an undersized. Now we have tons left over here for this team. Yeah, I think I'll just take I'll definitely go undersized, but what other feats do I have? Retribution. I don't know what I can do to get retribution. Yeah, I don't know if I have anything which can do retribution. Let me take a look. Nah, we'll have to save retribution for some other time. It's only 50 banners, nothing too great. All right, let's just go ahead and take, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Wampa against that. So I'm going to use, let's see, who all do we have here? Got rebels, no real AoEs. Okay, I'm just going to use my Stormtrooper Han team. Yeah, I think this one should be more than enough. We get undersized as well. I'm going to give this to Han so that he taunts. Give this to Wampa so he can start wrecking some face. And let's just get rid of Hera first. Alright, let's give this to Kira, and let's just start working on these guys one by one. Let's get rid of this guy, Kanan. Get some protection up. Man, I love the Wampa. Just eating into these rebels. 150k basics. Okay, let's just finish him. Alright, 61 banners there. Let's see what fleet he has. It's got the Akbar with the Ray's Millennium Falcon. Okay, pretty weak fleet. Should I go in with my... I think I'm going to go in with my own Akbar. It's been a while since I've done a mirror, but I think that might get me more banners than a Malevolence. So I'm going to go in with a Biggs, Piston, and Millennium Falcon, and then get these guys. I think that should be more than enough. I'm very close to 7-starring my Rebel Y-Wing. Once that is done, I'm probably going to replace Biggs with him in the front. Okay, let's do that. Let's get rid of... okay, let's try to get rid of this guy, Biggs. Okay, so he's gone. And now let's try to take care of this Millennium Falcon. There's tons of protection recovery with the Rebels, which is always great for banner recovery. And with the Y-Wing, there's even more protection recovery. Okay, let's dispel that. Another one is going to come in. And there goes... oh, Big survived. Okay, that's good to see. Okay, so that takes care of the Millennium Falcon, and that one takes care of Coast. 66, not bad. I think definitely we got more banners than Malevolence would have got us. So 1933, pretty straightforward one shot. Wasn't a very challenging match. But I think we've got some good matches coming up in the future. We're facing at least one decent opponent over here who's got a pretty decent lifetime banner and who's got both Rey and Kylo. So looking forward to that matchup sometime in the future. All right, that's it, folks. Thanks for tuning in. I will catch you guys in a couple of days for round 2.